okay? No shame. Just came from the grocery store. Y'all saw that. So, that's what's going on. I just threw it in there as it is. Y'all also see one of the sashes that look like the sash that I got, but it is actually one of the sashes that I'm working on for another individual, another lady who asked me to fix her sash. So, anywho, yeah, so today y'all see me going to the store. I just literally made a video, y'all. Getting to make this doggone video, I'm like, I wanted to be nice to the cashier, polite, give her time and her space because I've been a cashier, and sometimes it's kind of rude to be, not sometimes, all the time is really rude to be on the phone. But, you know, being a frontline worker for a minute, I understand that it is, I mean, sometimes it happens in the real world, especially the world that we live in now. Now, if this was like 10, 15 years ago, you didn't really need to use your phone like that. It only took a little bit of time. But now it's like, well, shoot, even now you can do the same thing. But it's a custom. People are accustomed to that. And so, uh-oh. And so getting that and you know, understanding that that's a normal, that's a something that's normal now. Who is doing this? What is this, y'all? Oh my God, somebody done made another crack. This is crazy. So yes, a part of normalcy. And so anyhow, I see one of my old coworkers from what I told y'all about. While I didn't go shop at the other place, I see a lot of the old clients that I had. Well, I've seen quite a bit of my coworkers that I had. That's why I said I needed to change the whole genre of where I, you know, shop at. You know, maybe shop more at the surplus, the whole, you know, food surplus place. But I see people there too, and not going to common areas. You know, most of the things that I can get is from other places. You know, I can shop at other places. So yeah, I see this guy that was trying to talk to me while I used to work with her, and I'm sitting in my head like, I don't even want to go into a whole deep conversation about this individual because I have him quite a bit, and it was really an emotional roller coaster. And I got to the point was like, you know what, I don't have time. Like, I really don't have time. Not to say that I'm even open to even having, you know, because I told y'all, you know, in a relationship already now, but I'm not even open to it anymore. And even if I was, I don't want to go through that mess that I face with trying to have a connection or allowing the connection to be a possible potential connection or relationship. I don't want that anymore. Some people, you have to tell, like, if you do not want to be with me, if you're not, you know, if you got a lot of issues that you're working with, cool, work on those issues before you come to me. And I used to be like, okay, well, we can work it out. Everybody's human, they got their own stuff. No, okay? You are entitled, you are in charge of your own baggage, and you're supposed to work out most of it as much as you can. As much as you can. Shoot, I don't have to take your baggage and my baggage. And it's okay for that. It's really okay. Might be hurt, but I was like, I'm not going to, you need to leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's what you need to do. Bye. Goodbye. That's what you really need to do. All that distance and all that in between and that space and all that slow stuff, go. Shoot. Like, damn. You cannot. Some of these people are just, they'll try to take everything out of you. Your time, your energy, your space. He was one of those people. Like, I just got in my head like, not again. Not again. Shoot. It was almost to the point where sometimes it made an extra burden. It started out as the reason why I actually liked that person is because they literally were taking burdens off of my back at work. Like, when I say burdens. I mean burdens. These people would try to intentionally do things. They were literally taking the burdens off my back. And you have to be careful with people who are like that too, because I know I'm not trying to get everybody like so nervous about everybody that you meet, but in these situations, you got to take into account certain things. In these situations, people will play that good guy, tough guy, good cop, bad cop. They'll be trying to do that just to see where your limitations are, what goes in, and they can be doing it for a job, and other times they're trying to see how far they can push you, because they want to know what they can get away with you with. They can get away with you with when they do their dirt, when they do their stuff. You know, for me, I'm a collector, y'all. I am a collector. I like data. I like stuff like that. So me, people will think that I'm, like I said, I'm a pushover. They think, no, I'm just slowly collecting. I'm collecting. I'm like Walmart. I told y'all like this before. I'm like Walmart. I'm going to let you. You gonna think that you getting over on me? I'm going to let you think that you're getting over on me. Doing doggone well what you doing. I'm gonna let you get over on me. I'm gonna let you think that you're getting over me. All the time I'm collecting. I'm learning your patterns. I'm learning your flows. I'm learning everything I can about you. So then when I really hit it, then I'll be able to do things, you know. And you know what Walmart does that? Walmart will let you, I told y'all about Walmart. You know, I remember when I worked at Walmart for 5 years. And it was hard work too, because they was trying to get me, and I was young too. I was so bubbly, and it was, why are you so happy? At first they loved me being happy and goofy, but when I was happy and smart, they started finding out, oh, she's smart, she this. And some of them people didn't like that. And why are you so happy? Why are you this? Why are you that? You know? And once they hit that, they'll get mad. They used to get mad. But anyhow, Walmart, one of those stores. Who else does this? Speedway would do this too. I remember I had a friend who worked at Speedway who people used to try to slip up and get extra gas and all that other stuff. And so anyhow, I ain't gonna get into that, but Walmart does this thing where they will literally get up. They will literally get up and allow you to feel like you gotten away with stealing things, okay? They'll let you steal TVs. They'll let you steal the craziest thing. And you know, once people start doing things, they'll start getting more confidence in doing it. You know, it's just, I don't want to say good or bad, either direction that you're doing it. Whether you're stealing something or you learn it, anytime you're getting conditioned, that's what learned behavior is, conditioning. You're reinforcing it. If you get away with it, you're thinking, okay, well, I could do a little bit more. That's just like you trying to crawl. Learning how to walk, and you're crawling and you stand up. The baby stands up for the first time and walks, and you clap. And that baby's happy, and you're like, oh my God, this hurt. You know, they took that first step. That's going to motivate them to get up and try again, just like a thief, just like somebody who's stealing. If they find out that they can get away with it, you know, with something small, they're going to keep trying to do it. They're going to keep trying to do it. They're going to keep trying to do it. And you know what Walmart does? Sit there and let them. Yep, they sit there and they let them. They let them do as much as they can, as much damage as they can, as fast as they can. Sometimes they'll wait even longer because they know the benefits of catching a thief and putting them away for a good amount of time. You know, unless you're trying to get, you know, a lot of these people, you be like, well, Walmart called me before. Usually the people who are trained in loss prevention and things like that, they can tell right off the bat somebody who really ain't about that kind of life, and they stop them in the front, like look, don't do it again. And then they'll see other people who they know are stone hard, cold criminals. This is what they do for a living. They don't care. This is how they get down, okay? That's what happens, okay? So they'll let them continue to steal, continue to do all kinds of stuff. When I say all kinds of stuff, I mean just that. All kinds of crazy stuff. Let them go about their life just going all willy-nilly. All willy-nilly. Yep, all willy-nilly. We're going to stick with that. And what they will do, they will wait until they get real comfortable. And you know, when people get comfortable, they just start doing anything. They start getting sloppy with it. They're going to forget, you know, maybe not being close by the door. Not being, when you first start, you get your stuff together. They're going to get sloppy. And Walmart will wait until you steal a bag of peanuts or a pen at 79 cents. You like, whatever, I need this pen. They like, oh. And you thinking in your head, okay, I'm going to get away with this because it's only 79 cents. They ain't going to prosecute me. You know, I done got away with so many things. And they like, no. We also been watching you this whole time. We got all this. So that one pen done led you to a whole thing. If you would have just stopped before, you could have been good. And so that's how I operate. You know, I've learned from a long time. I've learned, not for a long time, but just living, that this method works. You know, we learn in a continuous cycle, and like I said, once you learn people's behaviors, you know, it's different. It'll show. It's different. So, yeah. So that's how I was with this. Not only with that gentleman, but that's how I was at that job. I tried to study as much as I can. Study and learn as much as I can, and set dates, and set timelines, and set goals, and set, because if you know that you're not hitting it, and you can just adjust and see, you can save yourself a lot of time. You can correct things. You can correct and change things very quickly. You can make things go into your favor. If you see, okay, say for instance, it's just like you on a diet plan. And you might be, okay, when doing it, there might be a fail-proof. People, when they say fail-proof, which I know diet is fail-proof, but when they do say fail-proof, that means that they've counted the calories, the micronutrients, everything, and if you follow it, it's going to do what it's saying it's going to do. If you are not consistent, and you know that's one of your weaknesses, is you want to have, you know, those treats, you know, or have something that's going to help you carry over, then, you know, having a strict diet might not be the best for you. Or if you need just sweets in certain days, it might be best for you to have, you know, one of those I won't say yo-yo diets, you know. That might be easier for you to jumpstart your weight loss versus somebody who is diligent. They and when I say diligent, they're more thorough with things. They like things that are very thorough, and they have more discipline. If they have that and they understand what the process is and what the goal is, they're going to be more equipped to have a workout plan, or to follow that plan, that stricter plan, a little bit better than doing the yo-yo up and down, because they like structure. You know, doesn't mean that one is less than the other. It does not mean one is less than the other. We have been trained on one is less than the other. It's not. And so, yeah. Let's go. And so, yeah. Yeah, y'all, That's basically what it is. But I didn't want to have, like I said, after learning him, after seeing what he was about, although he was smart, although he had great characteristics that could lead to something great, he wasn't showing that to me. And that was the best confirmation that I needed to say, no, I don't want nothing to do with you. No, I'm okay. You getting distant, you doing all this kind of stuff, you're putting all this in my face, and you're doing the most. You came from adding to my life, and when I say adding, I mean adding peace to my life, to taking away my peace, taking away my joy, taking away the happiness that you was giving. Not only that, but just adding to the chaos. Like you're adding to the chaos even more now. No, then you know what? You don't get to have access. You need to go and leave me alone. That's how I felt. Like, no, leave me alone. I just turned around and kept moving. And when I say I turned around and kept moving, I turned it around and kept moving. And people, I know they was looking at me like, she could have been a little bit more polite. She could have said hi. No, there's no need to even do any of that. It's no need to do any of that, especially if somebody, y'all was talking, then they avoided you, then they came back, no, they got issues. Let them go. Let them figure whatever they got, whatever they got going on, let them figure it out. By the time they straighten it out, you probably, if you're smart, you probably done moved on and lived your life, made your life better. But I ain't coming out to fix nobody. I'm not Santa's little helper. I ain't trying to fix no toys. That's exactly. I ain't trying to fix no toys. Boom. That's real. That's real. So, yeah. I know they was like looking at me like, this girl. I didn't even make a scene. I could have, but I wasn't put together. All I was doing was going to the store, picking up some items, and going back to the crib. Picking up some items and going back to the crib. And so I was able to accomplish that. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I was able to accomplish that. And I believe so. And I just kept it moving. Ooh. Shoot, I want some tacos. Wow, I want tacos like all day, every day. Sick. I know there's some kind of tuning program or something. Like, I'm just having a taste. Like, I was having taste for these tender, fried tender, chicken tender thingies. Man, my mouth feels gross after it, but I don't know. Shout out to anybody who able to deal with people like that. I have patience with a lot of things, but when it deals to my emotions and my health, you got to. In my personal life, no, you got to go. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So. Oh, and it's getting packed. Sunday service is out. That dude is still walking his dog. Still. Well, yeah, I'm grateful to be at home right now. was a long drive. Was it necessary? Yes. Was it worth it? You know what? Now that I look at it, I probably won't have to do that too much when I just because of where I currently work at now. Oh, yeah, no, I'll take that back. Take that back, y'all. I'm thinking I'm gonna be at the other clinic. Like, I'm not gonna be at that clinic anymore. Okay. Ooh, y'all weird. Let y'all be great. Let y'all be great. By yourself. By yourself. Ain't nobody even down here. Pray for me. No, people are so nosy. And you know, 9 times out of 9, where he was at, he should have been already out. Get the heck up out of here. These people are something. They really are. I'm gonna let it go. Let it be. Let these people be great in their own mind. And be great. Yeah, that's all I got, y'all. I felt like I know for sure. I ain't gonna say I felt like or anything like that. I know for certain I need to I know I need to get off get out of Dodge. Get out of, I'm gonna say just Dodge, but get out of Common View. Get out of Common View. When people can constantly see you, they can have access to you. Some people need to be denied access. They need denied access to you. When I say that, I mean it. I don't have no intentions on making you better. I don't have no intentions on making you great. Never did. They wanted to bring you down once they saw how good you was at certain things, and try to push you down and think that you're never gonna make it. And then once you do, because you always do, they know that. Okay, you find another method and you do. And then and only then, that's when they want to come back. And they're not coming back just to congratulate you. They coming back to bring salt. They coming back to knock you down, to sabotage you so you can be back to their level or even worse. So they can say, I told you so. That's why you can't let people have access to you who don't deserve it. Okay? Who don't deserve it. That way, when your people, when they flipped out on you and they did all this stuff, and they see you soaring, and you ain't got to worry about them asking for nothing. You ain't got to worry about them asking for nothing at all. You ain't got to ask them, worry about them asking for stuff. You ain't got to worry about them needing something. You got to worry about guilt. Sorry, y'all, I was smashing. My shrimp was good. You just don't have to worry about that, and that's gonna save you a lot of heartache. It's gonna be able to enjoy yourself. Because one thing I've learned, excuse me, y'all. One thing that I've learned from people is that usually it's not the people who helped you the most or who was the most usually, okay, sometimes it happens, but usually it's not the people who were the most loyal that's going to feel like they're obligated to your success or to what you had. It's usually the people who could have had something or could have had a time to get you, help you and get you to a spot, and they didn't. They could have stayed and helped you work overnight, but they didn't. It's that kind of stuff. It's that kind of stuff. But once you keep that distance, it'll change a lot. It'll change a lot about you. It'll change a lot about that outcome. It's gonna change. It's gotta change. Come on. Yeah, it's gonna change. It's gotta change. It ain't got no other way. Y'all, I don't just everything. No red shadow. Red shadow. But yeah. Yeah, I shoot for that guy. Oh no. We can keep it moving. We can keep it moving. And I know it's like, I promise y'all, it's like almost like he's on a pattern. Like, sometimes I'm like, did this fool try to put me on a pattern? Because people are like that. They like kingpins manipulation because they want to break you down and then try to build you back up. I've seen people who do this on purpose, and people don't even know that they doing it. People don't even know that they breaking their self-esteem and try to build them up. They do that in the military too, to make them all unison and all uniform. Like, you're not about to do that to me, okay? I might have to. It's gonna listen. I'm trying not to say nothing violent on here, but baby, let me tell you something. You try that mess with me, it's gonna be one. It's gonna be one. Get ready. Get ready for the clapback. Get ready for everything else going the opposite way. Get ready, cause you trying to play manipulative games and you thinking that you the only one that can play. You can play that game. I just try not to. I just try not to because I don't like that. I don't like it. But yeah, people will do that. When I say that, would you say that you have no idea? Get real. They will do that to you in a second. And sit there and break you down. And a lot, I talk about the men that do it, but it's a lot of women that do it too. They'll focus on your weakness. They will focus and pry on your weakness. Hold on, y'all. I think this is in the car too. Yep. They will focus and pry on your weakness. Oh, here we go. They will focus. Here we go. Sorry, y'all. I'm carrying in groceries and I'm trying to. We gotta put this cord up. Hold on. I'm gonna put y'all. These people are manipulative, and it's not always the people that you think that's like that. People who try, especially people who like you, and they so cowardly. They want you to pay for something or they want you to get something. Oh, you'll see this a lot. You'll see this a lot. I had a situation with a grown man who was like this, man, and I guess he thought I was just gonna fade on my insecurity, like. But I said, oh yeah, I know how to do. What did I say? Oh, I know how to do presentation. This is real simple to do this, right? It's real simple to do this. Blah blah this and blah blah that. And I'm giving them the information. He gonna say, he waited. This was one of the things that the other guy did too. He waited, and he comes out and he says, well, I know. The next day he comes out. No matter of fact, it was like a couple of days. I know that you're just a new worker here. You just what do you say? You just work with the people. You don't really design. But do you? I know you. That's not something that you are even remotely capable to do. But can you help me? You know, with this? And I'm sitting here like, Negro, you just literally heard me say that that I knew how to do this, and this was very simple. The reason why you said that, like, I'm not no dummy, you know. Some of these people, it doesn't have to happen to a dummy, because a lot of times this happens to people who are very smart, people who are like doctors and things like that. And I promise y'all, I promise, it rarely happens to somebody who doesn't have something to give. Like, I'm telling you, it happens to big people. Like, this is a manipulation game. You see hoes, pimps. I mean, just you see so many people doing this stuff, and you have to be careful. They do it in the workforce a lot too. You have to be careful. And me, I'm like, no, yeah, sure, I can do it, but I'm not doing nothing for free. Especially when you're doing it at work. You're gonna pay me, especially if it's out of my pay grade, because you sure would tell me to get in my lane if I was saying something wasn't right. And you would sure tell me to get in my lane, but then you're gonna want me to do some extra stuff. That's not how things go. That's not how things go. So, but these people will be manipulative as ever. Don't put it behind them. Don't put it past them. I've seen people get houses built because of this. Man, that's the truth. That's the truth. So, yeah, people like that, you just have to let them go. If you have enough emotional intelligence, you won't take the bait. You will not take the bait. Another thing they'll try to do is try to make you jealous. They will try to make you as jealous as possible. Like, try to put you with somebody who is, you say you're smart. Oh, they think you're smart. They'll put you next to somebody who is close to the field. Talk about you to that person. Comparing you to that person. That person is already getting antsy. Like, okay, well, and this person, listen, I've seen this happen. This person will be doing everything. They done already milked this person. Sorry, y'all. They've already milked one person. Okay? And now that they done got them, because this is actually the second stage. If you know anything about manipulation, that's the second stage. After they done see it, oh, can you help me? And they want to get rid of you. They done got what they got from you, okay? So they going to try to use you. And they get up and they start talking about somebody else after you done did all this stuff for them. Like, yeah, oh, this person did this. And it's a difference if you just, they did a great job. But every time coming out their mouth, they always want to bring this person to you. And then all of a sudden, this person is great. This about this person and saying everything that they asked you to do. This person do this. You thinking in your head, okay, well, let them have that. Or, some people who don't understand this, me, one of those people, like, listen, this person is so great. You saying this person can do this. Let them do that, because I'm not doing it. I don't care who you are. I'm not doing it unless you gonna pay me, okay? We ain't playing no sucker games here. There's no sucker games. There's not the sucker Olympics. I don't play in the sucker Olympics. And so, so they'll keep on doing it, and this is what they're gonna do. It's gonna exhaust them. It always backfires, okay? But it doesn't show. Sometimes the right people who need to see it so they can have clarity for themselves usually won't see it, okay? It can happen in a couple of ways. This person is going to manipulate the other person to say, well, I can do this too. I don't want to watch this person do this, and especially if you into somebody. I know how to do this. You don't want, if you really like somebody or something like that, you don't want anybody else to be catering to them. You just don't want that to happen, man or woman. You don't want that to happen, right? So you're going to say, well, I could do this. I know how to cook this up. And if I don't know, I can learn. Okay? That's the first, y'all, this is how these manipulators do. And so, that's what you're going to see. You're going to be working hard trying to bust your butt to prove to this person, I can do this. Now, me, I don't care. I'm going to get mad, and I'm going to expect you to drop that. If you what you call yourself, or you saying what you are, you're going to drop that. If you saying you really like me and this person did this, okay, let that person do that. I'm not going to be upset with you letting somebody else do something, especially at work, doing something. Like, I'm not gonna be upset, because guess what? I'm not gonna be that person for you to walk over on. Like, I don't do things like that. I don't. And y'all can say if that could be for the better, for the greater good for the company. The greater good for the company is also making sure that their employees are certified and being compensated correctly. Okay, so if this person can't do something and they're asking me to do something, then that means you need my assistance. So therefore, because we all here to get a paycheck, y'all, this is annoying. um, you need to show, me some dollars or give me some accommodation. You need to change my title. We're not gonna sit here and have different titles, and I'm doing work that's under your title, and I'm getting paid for something different. That's not gonna happen. Just because you think I like somebody, I can like somebody and keep it moving. There's a lot of people that I like that I don't respect, and I don't deal with them. I like them as far as the attraction and some of the conversations that they have, but to be honest, I don't respect them. So yeah, what else? And so this person was like that. Him and another person was like that. Yeah. So that's the second part. They're gonna go and they're going to try to act and compete and act as if this person is great. Thing is, you do not play into that game. Let them do that. If that's what they own, let them do that. If that person is so great and so terrific, let them do that. Because what's going to happen is, when you take yourself out of that situation and you actually was the great one and they was trying to impress you and do that, later on, if they're not doing it already, because sometimes if they're real skillful, they'll do it. They'll do it to both of y'all. So y'all be competing like little goose with their necks taken off of them. And you'll be wondering why this person jumping up trying to break their neck, trying to be around the person that's supposed to be talking to you or cook with, because this person is feeding them all types of stuff about you and falsifying the dreams about them. So people like that. And this dude that I work with, I told you, I was like, it was at a point, I told him, I hadn't even liked him like that physically. I like this conversation. I told y'all I like this conversation, but oh, excuse me. I think he took that as a punch. Yeah, he took that as a punch, y'all. And some of these people are just like that. They can't handle. He even told me that I can't handle rejection. I can't handle this. Don't do that to me. When he first came with games, I was just like, oh no, bye. He was like, please don't do that. And he literally like, I cannot handle rejection. He literally told me that. And so I was like, what? Like, what grown man? That was already flat for me. So I was like, you can't handle rejection. How do you grow? Like, that's part of growing. Rejection is part of growing. There's no way around it. It's no way around it. And so, whatever. Those are some of the things. I kept worrying about my business. Didn't worry about it. But those were some of the things. Those were some of the things that I had to go through. Those were some of the things that I had to make sure that I had in my head, so when this person come around, remember, even though you might be attracted to some of the good conversations that they have, but their actions speak louder than the words. They're manipulating everybody around in a situation. He was good at that, turning people around. He would act as if he didn't like certain people, and the next minute he in their face. It was just like, nah, can't do you. And because of that, I literally, yeah, I'm one of them people. I never, listen, you never let your right hand know what your left hand doing. Because the same people who will be smiling in your face will be the same ones who will be turning on you. Especially, and this individual was one of those people, especially when it came to his job. Like, some of them people were so based off of who worked there. I honestly don't believe that a lot of those people. Some of those people did care and they was there for the right reasons, but a lot of those people was there because they needed a check and they know they need, they know they can get the qualifications and who they was connected to had put them there. And put them there to where they barked on command, you know. Some of them was good at barking at command, on command. So, but back to that whole thing with the guy. I was just like, oh, I'm over it. Like, I stepped myself out of it. I know it's gonna be more chaos. I know it's gonna be more stuff. I don't worry about it because let me tell you about this, about things like that. When you remove yourself from it, it might seem tough in the beginning, but the truth always comes out. The truth always comes out. Whatever they done said about you, this is why you need to listen to your employers when they talk about somebody that they just had to let go, or somebody who just quit the job, or something like that. Listen to them, okay? Listen to them when they saying that, especially if they trying to pump you up and they talking about the person that just left, okay? Because chances are, it's not a one-sided deal. Most of the time, it's not a one-sided deal. Most of the time, it's dealing with learned behaviors through the company and not seeing eye to eye, disrespect. Not feeling valued. That's one of the main reasons why a lot of places don't stay open anyway, or can't keep people alive because of that. So, but anyhow, back to a person who is very manipulative and they playing games, just like that individual. Just know that's gonna be one of them. You're gonna see it. They're gonna try to make you feel like you crazy, and in reality, they done set up a whole doggone play. They done set up a whole doggone play so they can climb on over, but they don't understand what goes around really do come around. I promise you. If you work on yourself, stay silent. See, they can fool everybody some of the time. You just can't fool everybody all the time. You can't. And if you keep showing up every single day, keep doing what you need to do every single day. And when I say every single day, work on yourself. Work on being better, being a better you. When they come back, because they always come back around, they want to try to find out things about you. When you come back, they will, you'll be in a place where, you'll be in a better place where you can see things for what they are and be grateful for that process. You might not like what you went through, but you're going to be grateful for that process. I promise you that. You're going to be so grateful for that process, you have no idea how much you're going to be grateful for that process. You're going to be grateful. And they're going to be still stuck because they're going to be still flipping people. They might have a little bit of knowledge, but it takes a lot of work to manipulate people and to try to get them in certain places. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work from yourself. So, say for instance, this person in a higher pay grade, and they do a higher stuff like that, and they manipulate and they doing all that. If you remove yourself from that situation and you work on yourself, especially if you've been giving, and they taking your stuff and your ideas and stuff, you know you're capable of doing the stuff. If you take yourself out of that situation, regroup, work on yourself, build on yourself, and come back, let me tell you, you're going to have to respect everybody, including that one who was doing that stuff. Because in all reality, they try to act like they don't have respect for you. They try to push you down to try to make you feel like you less than. But when everybody see it, they have no other choice but to respect it. Think about Joshua in the Bible. Think about it when he was accused of trying to have sex with the king's wife. And he was thrown into prison. What did he do? He stayed stuck with God, and he stayed in his lane and focused on what he was good at. Visions and helping people. That's it. And he used his gift. He kept going years. Time went by, he was still there. Used his gift in the midst of it. Used his gift. Okay? Look where he was thrown in underneath in a hole. And they threw him away. You know what I'm saying? Look where he ended up being. Y'all, you have to think of that. Just stay in your lane and keep going. Those people, they ain't gonna be able to hold you. And I know that was one of the reasons why all of a sudden we in the store, he went, hey Bill, hey No, keep it moving. Keep it moving. I ain't even gotta say keep it moving, because I'm gonna keep it moving for you. I'm gonna keep it moving for you. I got enough sense now to keep it moving. It was just like, okay, aha moment for me. It was just like, okay, time to go. Time to go. It's no more time to be explaining. It's no more time to explain, because they already know. The thing is, you don't know how great you are. But they do. That's why they always come back. So, yeah. Only thing I can say about that is people like that, take a note. Sometimes not only a mental note, I write down things. Practice on it. Because it's gonna come back around. And sometimes you don't even have to give. Sometimes they know. Once you become get a certain level of stuff, they know they can't come back to you after all the dirt they done did to you. They know you would be a doggone fool if you was to go back to them. So this thing looks kind of big. And so you have to understand. You have to come to terms with, and you have to understand that the goal is not always to attack the person or get back at the person. It's to work on yourself, so that when you see that same face, or that familiar face, and when I say familiar face, that scenario, because you might get rid of the face, but you have the same scenario. Okay, so now at first you're done with Tyrone. You're dealing with Tyrone. Tyrone had this horrible attitude, this horrible manipulative time frame times mindset. So you leave Tyrone get away. You go get Jonathan. Jonathan seems nice. He looks like a different package. Looks totally different. After a while, you see that you have some tendencies that are showing the same way as Tyrone. Okay. Not only that, it gets even worse. So now you left Tyrone. You got Jose. Jose looks different than Tyrone, and definitely looks different than John. Okay. And you go there and you keep going, and things go smoother a little bit longer, and then guess what? Boom, it's back again. That means you gotta work, you got some inner work to do. That means you gotta go and fix some things. That means you gotta be prepared, so in that scenario, you can see the problem. You can see what that antecedent is. You can see what happened before. It really makes a difference. It really does. And so if you can get to understand that and get to know that and tackle the problem where it's at, things will get better, And no matter what process that you attack the problem, if you stay consistent, it's not just attacking the problem, it's staying consistent as to put in a procedure of how do you deal with people like that. Like I told y'all, you keep moving. You keep moving. Sometimes you can't keep moving. Sometimes you have to put in a procedure right before before it starts to explode. You might have a short amount of time, or you put it. You don't know things until after things happen. But if it happened one time, you know that it's capable of happening again. And so, get yourself, move yourself around, acknowledge, watch the signs for things. What else? Yeah, and don't second guess yourself because somebody else they've other people are talking in the ear and stuff like that, because people who are manipulative and people who do things like that or don't know where to go, they are good persuaders. Some of these people are excellent. They are excellent persuaders. And some of these people are excellent persuaders because they don't see, people will see them. I never would see them do that. They're so introverted. They're so this. People always talk about The people who are toxic that are extroverted. Let me tell you, both of the people that are really that. One was a diagnosed with the N word, okay, and he was very toxic. He was an introvert, okay. This dude was a mastermind, okay. This wasn't no small stuff. This dude was a mastermind to the point where he could change people's minds just subconsciously, just by doing. I mean, very quickly. Well, he used to change people's minds subconsciously a lot, but he would do it so quickly and so eloquently that a lot of people wouldn't even know. Wouldn't even know. And so, yeah, yeah. Leave those people alone. Leave those people alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. I'm gonna get off of here. Hopefully, something I said and done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. And I'm out. Okay, maybe.